6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Welcome to the City Council special meeting of December 9th, 2022. This meeting is continued from last night's December 8, 2022 meeting. City Clerk, preamble, please.
This meeting is compliant with the Ralph M. Brown Act as amended by California Assembly Bill number 361, effective September 16, 2021, providing for a public health emergency exception to the standard teleconference rules required by the Brown Act. The purpose of this is to provide a safe environment for the public, staff, and council members while allowing for public participation. The public may address the council using exclusively remote public comment options. The council may take action on any item listed in the agenda. Members of the public may view the city council meeting by logging into the Zoom webinar listed below. City council members can also be viewed live and or on demand via the city's YouTube channel, youtube.com/Brisbane CA, or on Comcast channel 27. Archive videos can be replayed on the city's website, brisbaneca.org/meetings. The city council meeting will be an exclusively virtual meeting. The agenda materials may be viewed online at brisbaneca.org at least 24 hours prior to a special meeting and at least 72 hours prior to a regular meeting. Meeting participants are encouraged to submit public comments in writing in advance of the meeting. Aside from commenting while in the Zoom webinar, the following email and text line will also be monitored during the meeting, and public comments received will be noted for the record during oral communications 1 and 2 or during an item. Email ipadilla@brisbaneca.org, text 628-219-2922. Join the Zoom webinar with the ID number 991-9362-8666 and the passcode 123456 and the call-in number 1-669-900-9128. If you need special assistance to participate in this meeting, please contact the city clerk at 415-508-2113. Notification in advance of the meeting will enable the city to make reasonable arrangements to ensure accessibility to this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, City Clerk. Meeting's called to order at 12:03 p.m. Could we have a roll call, please?
Councilmember Cunningham.
I'm here.
Councilmember Davis is absent. Councilmember Lentz. It's not in the meeting at this time. And then Councilmember O'Connell.
Present.
And Mayor Mackin.
I'm here. Thank you. Can I get a first and second to adopt the agenda as it stands, please?
I would like to make the motion to adopt the agenda, adding the continuation of item A6 from last night's business.
With that amendment, I second.
Adding A6.
Yes, and it would be at your discretion at what order. That's the resolutions for the city and county of Brisbane concerning wages, hours, and working conditions for the mid-management professional employees group.
City Attorney, are we allowed to do that?
Well, Madam Mayor, I mean, that's going to be on your December 15th agenda, not today.
Oh, okay, because we had continued that item to tonight. So I will make the motion to amend the agenda, to approve the agenda and continuing item A6 to the December 15th meeting.
Okay, that works.
Okay, and
Second.
a second?
Second here.
Okay, so first O'Connell, second by Cunningham. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Cunningham.
Aye.
Councilmember Davis is absent. Councilmember Lentz is not in attendance yet. Councilmember O'Connell
Aye.
and Mayor Mackin.
Aye. Oral communications, do we have any member of the public wishing to speak on any item that's not on today's agenda?
No, Madam Mayor.
Okay, moving on to our continued items. We have items A and B to start. I'm told our city clerk will do the staff report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. On July 7th, 2022, the City Council called an election to add section 5.20.035 to the Brisbane Municipal Code to impose a business license tax on hotels and other places designed for occupancy by transients. I have provided a draft resolution in the agenda packet declaring the results of the election that was held on November 8th, 2022 regarding Measure O. The certification of votes has been received this morning. And so I will attach that certification to the final resolution. The City Council will need to have the certified results prior to the start of this meeting. And so I just wanted to let you know the results from that certification. Measure O passed. Let's see. At the yes was by 62.21% for the ones that voted in the vote centers and vote by mail. So that was approved by the majority of the voters. That's again Measure O.
Okay, so can we have a, unless we have any discussion, can we have a motion to approve the resolution adopting the County of San Mateo certification of votes declaring the results of Measure O at the municipal election held November 8th, 2022?
I will make that motion.
And I will second.
And roll call, please.
Councilmember Cunningham,
Aye.
Councilmember Davis and Lentz are not at the meeting. They're absent. Councilmember O'Connell,
Aye.
and Mayor Mackin.
Aye. And moving on to item B, this is resolution adopting San Mateo certification of votes declaring the results of Measure U. Staff report. City Clerk, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. On July 7th, the council called an election to add a new chapter 3.22 to the Brisbane Municipal Code, imposing a transaction and use tax to be administered by the California Department of Tax and Fee Administration. I provided a resolution declaring the results of the election that was held on November 8th, 2022 regarding Measure U. We have received the certification of votes from the County of San Mateo. And in order to take action, the City Council needed to have the certified results prior to the start of this meeting. And in terms of Measure U, the majority approval was required, and the time of casting, the total of votes was at 62.21%.
Can I get a motion to adopt the resolution adopting County of San Mateo certification of votes and declaring results of Measure U at the municipal election held November 8, 2022?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion O'Connell, second Cunningham. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Cunningham,
Aye.
Councilmember Davis and Lentz are absent. Councilmember O'Connell
Aye.
and Mayor Mackin.
Aye. Moving to item C, this is consider adoption of transactions and use tax ordinance resolution to implement the transactions and use tax ordinance approved by the voters and a resolution authorizing examination of sales or transactions and use tax records. And I'm told we'll have a staff report by legal counsel, Michael Rausch. Michael, you go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. In July of 22, Council adopted a transaction and use tax ordinance to be administered by the California Department of Tax and Fee Administration, subject to approval by the Brisbane voters. If that tax measure was approved by the voters, the tax would impose an additional 0.5% tax, commonly referred to as a sales tax, on the sale of goods in the city. Staff estimates that that tax would generate about $500,000 for general municipal purposes. The tax would be imposed effective April of 2023. Majority of the Brisbane voters who voted on the measure did approve it, as indicated by the council's previous action. But in order to implement the tax, the state administration that administers the tax requires certain agreements and forms to be executed by the city. and a resolution authorizing the manager to sign those agreements has been attached. In addition, the state requires a resolution indicating which positions within the city or representatives of Muni Services LLC, who helps the city administer its sales tax generally, have access to confidential sales and transaction information. Accordingly, we do recommend that the council authorize or approve these two resolutions in order to implement the ordinance which the voters have approved. Any questions, I'll be glad to answer.
Any questions from council?
No.
Okay. Can I get a motion to adopt the transactions and use tax ordinance to implement the transactions and use tax ordinance approved by the voters and a resolution authorizing examination of sales or transactions and use tax records?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion of Cunningham, second by O'Connell. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Cunningham,
Aye.
Councilmember Davis, and Councilmember Lentz are absent. Councilmember O'Connell
Aye.
and Mayor Mackin.
Aye. And Michael, did you have anything to add to item D? You actually seem
No,
to have gone
no.
over that already. Okay.
No, the staff report speaks for itself on item D. I'll be glad to answer any questions about that, the proposed ordinance, which we asked the council to introduce today.
Okay. Councilmember O'Connell, any questions?
No.
Councilmember Cunningham, questions?
Nope.
I'll take a motion to adopt an ordinance to administer and implement the business license tax imposed on hotels and other places designed for occupancy by transients.
So moved.
And a second? Okay,
Second.
motion O'Connell, second Cunningham, roll call, please.
Councilmember Cunningham,
Aye.
Councilmember Davis and Lentz are absent. Councilmember O'Connell
Aye.
and Mayor Mackin.
Aye. Oral communications number 2. Do we have any member of the public wishing to speak at this time?
No, Madam Mayor.
That being said, we are adjourned. 12:13 p.m. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.